A mother bear was struck and killed by a falling boulder while foraging for honey for her cubs. While the mother bear was extracting honey for her cub, a massive boulder rolled down the mountain and crushed her neck. The young cub didn't understand death and called for its mother with no response. After unsuccessfully trying to move the stone, it stayed by her side, refusing to leave even when attacked by bees. Several days later, it finally realized its mother would never wake up again. Driven by instinct, it ventured into the wild to forage for food, but struggled to survive due to its poor hunting abilities. The cub discovered a frog in the grass and chased after it. When it saw the frog jump into the water, it followed and nearly drowned. It survived the night by eating grass but had nightmares. Meanwhile, hunters had already discovered the mother bear's corpse and were processing the hide by their campfire. Based on tracks and droppings, they deduced there was a male bear nearby. The male bear exposed his location while scratching against a tree. A hunter fired but missed due to wind direction. The male bear held a grudge. When the hunter returned to camp, he found one horse killed and another driven mad with fear, prompting his determination to hunt down the male bear. The hungry and frightened cub heard sounds and spotted the male bear. It instinctively approached seeking comfort, but was angrily driven away. Left to follow from a distance, while crossing a river, it fell into the water and barely escaped by grabbing onto a rock after struggling. The wounded male bear hid in a mud pit. The cub followed the scent and found him, using its tongue to lick his wounds clean. Moved by this gesture, the male bear allowed the cub to follow and caught fish to feed it. The cub finally had a full meal. The hunters intended to exterminate all the bears. The male bear took the cub hunting. After eating its fill, the cub snuggled against the male bear for an afternoon nap. But in its nightmare, it saw its mother. The male bear encountered a female bear and fell in love at first sight. He shook small trees to display his strength, and the female bear was eventually won over. When the cub got bored and ate mushrooms, it became dizzy but recovered after the rain fell. Hunters arrived with hunting dogs as reinforcement. The male bear sensed danger and led the cub running toward the mountaintop. The cub was caught by the hunting dogs due to an injury. The male bear made the cub hide in a cave while he pushed boulders to fend off the dogs. By the time the hunters reached the summit, the male bear had escaped far away. Much later, the cub emerged from the cave but couldn't find the male bear. It only smelled blood and was discovered by a hunter while calling out. The cub roared at the hunter, who found it adorable and played with it while teaching it to speak. Hearing dogs barking in the distance, the cub climbed a tree to hide. The hunter thought the male bear was seeking revenge, but instead saw the wounded hunting dogs retreating in defeat. At dawn, the hunter found the cub sleeping tightly against the bear hide. He tickled its paws and fed it milk. The male bear had kept watch all night. Seeing the hunters split up to hunt, he found an opportunity for revenge. One hunter encountered the male bear while washing his hair. He fled to a cliff with nowhere to go, but the male bear turned and left. When other hunters arrived, a young hunter stopped an older hunter from shooting, allowing the male bear to escape. The next day, as the hunting party was leaving, they untied the cub's rope. It chased after them, calling out. A hunter rode his horse toward it, wanting to make it understand that humans were dangerous. The cub couldn't comprehend why those who had treated it kindly were all leaving. It could only embark on its journey alone, but was chased by a lion. When it reached the riverbank, a tree trunk broke and fell into the water. Fortunately, the male bear arrived just in time and scared the lion away. The two bears, who had experienced life and death together, embraced in their cave and entered a long slumber.